Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and I am with Pure Terror and Bigminivan, aka Firehouse. And we are on Arctic region. Sorry about that, I had to think about it. It's been a minute. It's a little bit of a slow night for me tonight. But that's all about to change. This match is absolutely gorgeous. Not just for me, but absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, there's 3 artillery on both sides, and I am in the Tier 9 British FV whatever it is. It's the British artillery, and it's one of those numbered and lettered things. I can't remember exactly what it is, 3207 or something like that. I don't remember. It's the Tier 9 British Arty. It's fully upgraded with the 6-inch howitzer, which is nowhere near as good as my 8-inch howitzer on my M55. It does have a decent gun traverse, however, which is kind of nice. It's kind of got a weird turret. It's located inside the vehicle and turns on a pivot point, but it's like 30 to 40 degrees, something like that. So it's got a pretty good traverse. Now, first things first, we've got an E3 here. I want to try to get a shot out on him. Shot out, and I need to move. They've got 3 arties. You can see I got 2 track hits and 1 actual kill there. Or not a kill, but a hit on the E3 most likely. And I believe the E3 died. So that's always a good thing. Or maybe it was their Death Star. I can't remember. Alright, so we got this Object 704. Zooming in on him. And we want to try to place the shot behind him as he's backing up. Just as I get ready to release the shot, he stops, he starts turning. So I place the shot just ahead of his location. And we don't get anything. But that's okay. You know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You're always going to miss every shot that you don't take. But every once in a while, you'll hit the shots that you do take. You know what I mean? So even though you're taking a bad shot, there's still a chance that that shot goes exactly where you aim it, and it's going to be a good shot. So, shot out on the Waffentrager. And it hits just ahead of him. Now, that shot would have killed him guaranteed. It's a guaranteed kill anytime you got that soft of a target and a howitzer involved. It's not going to go well for the soft target. Alright, so we have the AMX-30. We're almost loaded, 3 seconds. And loaded. So, shot out. And we overshot him by a mile. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Spartan, I thought you said that the British line gets good gun arc. Yeah, it's supposed to. But this isn't one of them. This is a pretty much your average howitzer. It's not a straight shot, but it's not exactly lobbed in like you would get out of the Conqueror gun carriage. So FV, shot out, and we get him for 500 and our first kill. So the M103 is pushing up, and I'm about 15 seconds out from being loaded. By the way, this thing takes, I want to say it's right around 20 to 21 seconds to load. Which, when you think about it, is kind of bad. Because if you think about the 8-inch howitzer that I have, shot out, and you see me call the shot, and the guy pulls up and shoots the guy that I just marked. If he had shot the heavy tank, he would have killed the heavy tank, I would have killed the tank destroyer, and we'd have been fine. There he gets the medium tank, who was a one-shot kill, probably by just pulling forward and letting him run into him. And now you can start to see that these guys are down in the middle. Now here's where I hull lock so that I'm aiming in as far to the left as possible, and I'm following this 704. And I really want the shot, or was that a 268? I don't remember. I'm so bad at looking at, cause if you guys ever wonder why I mispronounce tanks and stuff, it's because when I'm recording the narration like I am now, the window is so much smaller, so all of the stuff is distorted and it's hard for me to see what tanks are which and all that good stuff. But we do have an E50M up here, and he gets spotted. I'm ready, and I put the shot behind him thinking he's going to back up, and he pulls forward, and I'm screwed. Alright? And now I'm about to be spotted, I'm assuming by this guy in front of me. And there it is. I'm spotted. I need to get moving because 3 artillery against us. And there they come. Now that's the beauty of having Sixth Sense, which this thing does not have. I would have gotten a little flag saying, hey, by the way, you're spotted. You might want to get out of there. No, instead I get the detected, which means they've been seeing me for God only knows how long. And the last thing I want to do is sit there while they beat the crap out of me, knowing there's 3 arties looking at me. And I'm pretty sure all 3 of their arties fired at me. I take a shot, hoping to catch that E-50 coming out of the crater, and you're starting to see where this match is heading. Like, it is right now, we've killed 7 of them, they've killed 8 of us. And it's about to get a lot worse. E-50's coming around the corner, I've got Firehouse just ahead of me. Unfortunately, I can't hit him, so what you're going to see me do here is start backing up, still staying in gun view, but backing up so that I can try to get a shot on these guys. And just as I get a good shot, I'll take shot, and there we go, 781 on that guy. Move forward so I don't get counter batteried because I know they're looking at me. They've already fired multiple times. I need to make sure that I'm still alive because I'm no good to my team if I'm dead. And this match is slowly getting out of hand. Right now it's a 4v8. And Firehouse finishes him, so that's a good kill. Our M55's on the left side. We've got a tank coming around the back side of the spawn. I zoom in to start looking that way because he's my next threat. And it is a Death Star, an FV-215B-183. Now, I can't hit him where he's at. So I'm really hoping that he charges this Waffentrager. And this Waffentrager should be fully loaded and ready to go by the time this guy decides he wants to pull up. But you're going to see probably the biggest fumble I've ever seen in my life.
They destroyed one of our tanks.
And this is a fully loaded Waffentrager E100 shooting nothing but HE. So I take the shot at the Death Star. He rolls on the Waffentrager. The Waffentrager just nipping at him for 200, 300 a shot. And he's going to run out, but he's not going to kill the guy. Had he been shooting AP rounds, that Death Star would be dead. But instead, that 183mm gun gets loaded, and bye-bye Waffentrager. Now, 3 seconds till I'm loaded. This guy is being extremely predictable. I'm going to put the shot out ahead of him, and we get him. Death Star down. So we had a very, very close 6v2 right there that I just made a 5v2. Now we've got 2 tank destroyers and 3 artillery against 1 tank destroyer and 1 artillery. Now what you don't know is that that tank destroyer player is one of the best tank destroyer players I've ever seen. Myself included. I'm nowhere near on his level. Alright? And then you got me in the artillery. And I try to be humble most of the time, but let's face it, I'm a pretty dang good arty player. So we've got this E3 pulling up. Now, we need to make sure that 128mm that he's firing pins this E3. And we're zoomed in. Of course, Firehouse fires, pins him, shot out, and we kill him. E3 down. So now it is a 2v4 match. We've got 2v4. That leaves a T-95 and 3 arties versus us. And you can see I am consistently moving. Every time I take a shot, I get the heck out of Dodge, and these guys are firing like crazy to try to get me. But this ain't my first rodeo. T-95 moving up the center, and I just happened to go the perfect place to get a great shot on him. And I'm waiting. Firehouse tells me that he wants to track him so he gets track damage. So he tracks him, shot out, and 412 damage, and we hit his track. So now he's going to be even slower than he was. Now I move just a little bit, move over to the right, and the shot's about to come in for the counter battery. And I don't know if you heard it or not, but I'm pretty sure it just splashed right behind me. So that was very, very close. But it didn't hit us. And that means we've still got hope. T-95, once again, shot out. And 431 damage. So we're nickeling and diming him to death. Firehouse is in no mood to get in a straight-on engagement with a T-95. That is not a win-win, especially considering that 155mm gun is probably loaded with HE just for him, because the only two tanks that are left are me and him. I'm a one-shot kill no matter what. Firehouse, you know, if he gets HE loaded, he would probably one-shot him as well. I don't know exactly what a T-95 can roll for, but it would probably be 1,400, and they only have 1,600 hit points to start with. But anyway, so Firehouse says he's going to go around the backside, use his superior camouflage and spotting to spot the T-95, so I head back towards the side where I can get a shot on him. I get to a place where I can actually shoot. I'm assuming that the T-95 is probably going to be tucked in, but he's not. And T-95 is turning towards Firehouse. And then he turns back away from Firehouse. And then he's turning back towards me. It's weird. So, shot out. And we hit him. He disappeared, so I have no idea how much for, but we can assume it's probably around 400 again. So I pull forward, making sure that any shots that are near me could possibly miss. I back off to the right, not wanting to go straight back to the same place I was. And I back up to the hill. Now I'm ready to get this last shot onto this T-95. So Firehouse is like, well, I'm not going to pop back up over there, because if he starts looking that direction, we're screwed. And then out of nowhere, this Arty pops out. The SU-14-1, it's a battleship. It's not an Arty, it's a battleship. It comes with an 8-inch howitzer, I believe. But Firehouse says he's got him, not to worry about wasting my shot. We need my shot for the T-95, so I graciously say, all right, he's yours. And I start looking back towards the T-95. Now, I'm fully aimed in. I'm ready for this T-95. And Firehouse is on his way back. Now, we've taken this down to a 2v3. This is starting to look really good for us. These guys came at us one at a time, and they fumbled it away. But look at the clock. There's only 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. All we have to do is kill everybody, because by the time we get to that base, it's too late. T-95 lights up, shot out, and I undershoot him, even though my reticle was stretched beyond him. So I don't know what happened with that shot, but it had a really flat trajectory and decided to undershoot. That's World of Tanks for you. But the guy doesn't seem to notice that Firehouse pulls right up behind him and shoots him in the backside. Alright, so 2v2, Firehouse and 2 Arties versus me. Or Firehouse and me versus 2 Arties. That probably sounds a little bit better. Alright, so we need to charge their base. There isn't enough time for both of us to get to the base and cap it, so we have to kill them. Otherwise, this is a draw, and we've just worked our butts off for nothing. So we need to get there. So Firehouse is going to swing left, and I'm going to go through the middle and head straight over to the crevice there at D2. We want to get to D2 to make sure if anybody is running away from Firehouse, which I'm assuming they will be, that we can cut them off. Alright, so here we go. Racing across the map. 1 minute 30 seconds. Can we get to the other side and kill the other 2 players before this game ends? At this point, they're thinking, we just need to survive and give this a draw. Don't give them the victory because, you know, if you could... Oh, Firehouse spots him. Can he... Oh, he gets him. Now it's a 2v1. Where is that last artillery? Is he back at K1? Is he heading my direction? It's an M55 most likely with an 8-inch howitzer. And he's fast. Those M55s can travel 45 to 50 kilometers an hour on flat land. They go a little bit faster downhill. So is he going to be able to get away from us? Or is he going to be between us? Or is he going to kill one of us? Or both of us? 40 seconds to go. Time is ticking down. Oh, he gets spotted by Firehouse. He's right next to me. Can I get around the corner to kill him? And Firehouse takes the shot and gets him for 450 damage. And we clutch out a 2v6 with 27 seconds left. 4,303 kills for me. Firehouse with 7,205 kills. 7,205 kills, fellas. That's a paddling. Between the two of us, we were responsible for 12,000 damage. So if you like what we're doing, punch that like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.